Hey, Jules Bliss Vegan, and as always, welcome to my channel. And for those who are new, I know you can benefit. So just a couple of updates. One, I wanted to say that Snowbell got her stitches out of her eye, and it was determined she can see. She can see out of her eye. It's still swollen and not worthy of a photo. She's like, Mom, really? I have a rep to protect. I said, girl, don't worry. We're all rejoicing. The doctors were thrilled. And then in terms of her collapsed trachea, they said that's just going to have to take time. You know, the inflammation and stuff will go down. It's nothing they can fix. But we are trusting, like the eye, God is merciful and on the case. So I'm thrilled for Snowbell. And then I wanted to say something kind of ironically funny was, you know, sometimes I feel like, well, no one's on here and no one's responding, and I don't know if I'm reaching out to anybody. I'm going to just keep showing up, whatever. Somehow, I created a Jules Blessed Vegan Gmail page. And so I went on Gmail and pulled it up to humor myself, and I noticed some magical button that said comments, you know, from your Jules Blessed Vegan YouTube. And I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. You know, I'll just go in and delete and whatever. And it brought me back to comments of all of the last 7 months. So not only was it just kind of a walk down memory lane, which brought up so many things, and mostly just the tremendous amount of support, love, and kindness from all of you, but there were probably 30 messages on there I never saw. And I was like, wait, what? How did I not see this? You know, and so even though it's been months for some of them, I went ahead and responded, liked, comment, whatever. And I was just like, wow, I'm so grateful that people had taken the time. And I'm so sorry I didn't see it sooner because, of course, I pride myself on trying to be attentive and let people know right away how much I appreciate them. So if you're getting some random message and you're like, Jules, that was 5 months ago. I know it was 5 months ago, but I'm still grateful. I am so grateful. And it just made it suddenly so worthwhile. I was just like, how fun is this channel? How blessed am I? How great are these people? And there were some people I don't recognize at all, and some I don't even know if he came back, and even one guy, which I didn't even know. And I just sent him a note and said, you know what? I missed this message 4 months ago, and I hope you'll choose to cruise back through. We'll see. So anyway, the icon that I posted is the actual quote that I wanted to just comment on, and it says, if you rearrange the letters in depression, you'll get I pressed on, meaning your current situation is not your final destination. And it's not exactly that. It is exactly those letters, but it doesn't just work in that order, but it absolutely works, and it shows you that. So depression is I pressed on. And man, that has been so true for me. And I needed to hear this, especially the part where it said, meaning your current situation is not your final destination. And that's a message I really needed today. I've been so super functional, yay me, last week's of school, trying to honor my kids and make it great, but super depressed. And just in the food, crazily in the food. And I start every day right. I've got my lemon water. I've got my smoothie. I've got my citrus, which I love so much. I even have my carrots and celery like in my lunch kit waiting for me. I have a salad planned for dinner. But the last couple of days, I didn't get to those things. I mean, I ate the smoothie and the citrus, but I never got to the carrots and celery, which totally would have helped me. I did not get to my salad. I chose other food, which was not in my best interest. Fortunately, never any dead animals. I'm so grateful for that. But a couple of things must have had animal products, which is still torturing animals, right? So even though Brooke Castillo, who made the Urge Jar, said, you know, there's no harm, no foul, you just don't get rewarded. I emptied my jar. I had 85 in there. I didn't even get to 100, but I was like, you know what, you're playing so many dang games. You have to start fresh. So it's not necessarily recommended. my little kid threw a fit and said, but Mom, I earned all of those and that's super unfair. I only had 15 more. And what was the prize going to be? See, that's the joke. 15 more is the prize. Getting to 100 was the blessing. So I was just like, whatever, little kid. Forget you. And I emptied it. So I had 2 authentic urges today that I did not act on. You know what I mean? I didn't act on the food and I earned the urge, but the rest of them, no. So now I have my journal. I've pre-written my food for tomorrow. Yay me. I have that food in my fridge. You know, I can't blame anybody. I tried to do a couple of really kind things today and I got slammed every time. Like it wasn't enough. It wasn't what the person had hoped. I shouldn't have done it. They would have done it themselves. Like no matter what I did. And it was totally from the heart and I genuinely thought they were going to be thrilled. I could not have been more wrong. And that was kind of my last break. And all of a sudden I was in the food. So does that ever help anything? No. Did it even help then? No. I felt like I was doing time, but it didn't stop me from eating anyway. So I'm ready for tomorrow. Oh, I'm ready for tomorrow. Oh, I'm doing different to get different. My Tannyism. I have a plan. I totally have a plan. It's so interesting how I'll override myself. You know, that one video I did that day where it said that like the best and worst all reside within us. It doesn't say that exactly, but you get the gist, and it's so dang true. One of me is fighting to get out of the habits of this body, 50 plus years of habits. And another part of me is like, we rock that. We are really good at surviving that way. Let's go back. And I'm just like, oh my goodness, I am just fighting myself every second. Mostly I'm winning. I think you can see there's some difference here. I'm getting my face back. My extra chin is disappearing. I have a little bit of a collarbone. I mean, right? My eyes, Miss Raw is going to say, I can tell you were in the food, Juliana. And I'm going to be like, Miss Raw. I admitted it. Come on, woman. I admitted it. What did I do right today? I'd love to say. I said my rosary, praise God. I took little Snowbell to the doctor and cared for her. I taught all day, and by all accounts, I was patient and lovely. I drank 16 cups of water. Yay me. I did have that healthy smoothie, and there were no bananas in it. It was just a green smoothie, which was a really great goal for me. I had a couple less oranges because I was trying to clean myself a little bit. So, I mean, there were so many things I did right, and I'm going to hold on to some of that. And tomorrow, back with the whole 12-step premise of 1 minute at a time, 1 millisecond, if that's what it takes, at a time. One good choice building on another. Miss Raw's moment plus moment equals momentum. I'm going to slow down on seeing that big picture, and I'm going to try and stay in the moment. And I'm going to use my urge jar, which said if you're having an urge, wait up to 10 minutes and reward yourself. After 10 minutes, reward yourself again. I am doing all of that tomorrow. All right? Those are my commitments. But again, just one thing at a time. All right, so let me read it again. If you rearrange the letters in depression, you'll get I pressed on, meaning your current situation is not your final destination. So true, so true. I know my final destination. Hotness, wellness, success, caring for people, caring for myself, spreading the good news of the Lord, of wellness, of hope through our food, of healing being real. I know that end game. But I'm living in the meantime, and I have to recognize that I am struggling. I am a little stressed out. I have report cards and stuff coming up this weekend. And I still don't have a job, and I don't even have an interview. But God is on it. I know God. He's on it. All right, my friends, like if you like, join us if you haven't. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for being part of this journey. If you're just here new today, you're right on time. If you've been here all 7 months, thank you so much, because it was so fun to go down memory lane and just read so many great conversations, and mostly see how many times I've been sick and injured. I was praising myself for being well. I only missed half a day of school, right? But I have been sick and injured, which again just suggests that I've been pressing on. I pressed on. All right, love you. And best of all, know that you're blessed.